From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following at this hour. Donald Trump is going to be issuing an order regarding flag burning. President Donald Trump will sign an executive order later Monday that's meant to crack down on those who burn the American flag, which is protected by the First Amendment. The order calls on Attorney General Pam Bondi to prosecute those who break laws in ways that involve desecrating the flag, according to a White House official. Under the order, Bondi would also pursue litigation with the intent to potentially change what is allowed on flag burning under the First Amendment. The administration would also be allowed in some cases to deny or revoke visas to foreigners who participate in the act. Trump has long demanded punishment for those who burn a U.S. flag, although the Supreme Court has ruled that doing so is a form of constitutionally protected free speech. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whose arrest and fight to stay in the United States has become a flashpoint in President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown, surrendered Monday morning to U.S. immigration authorities in Baltimore. He faces possible efforts by the Trump administration to be deported to Uganda. The 30-year-old Salvadoran national was wrongfully deported in March to a notorious prison in his native El Salvador. He was returned to the U.S. in June, but only to face human smuggling charges that his lawyers call preposterous and vindictive. So Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says Abrego Garcia is being processed for deportation. Abrego Garcia's attorney, Simon Sandoval Moshenberg, says that a lawsuit has been filed in federal district court in Maryland shortly after his detention, asking for an order that he not be deported. I expect there's going to be a status conference very promptly, and we're going to ask for an interim order that he not be deported, pending his due process rights to contest deportation to any particular country, he said. He didn't have to wait long. A court order paused efforts to deport Abrego Garcia. Minutes after Secretary Kristi Noem made that statement, Chief Judge George Russell III automatically paused any effort by the Trump administration to immediately deport Abrego Garcia. Any immigrant seeking review of their detention in a Maryland federal court is covered by the order, which blocks their removal from the United States until 4 p.m. on the second business day after their habeas corpus petition is filed. In June, the administration sued all of Maryland's 15 federal judges to challenge the standard order. In other news, France has summoned US Ambassador Kushner. France has summoned the American ambassador to Paris after the diplomat Charles Kushner wrote a letter to French President Emmanuel Macron alleging the country did not do enough to combat anti-Semitism. France's foreign ministry issued a statement Sunday calling his allegations unacceptable. And finally, a U.S. judge in Hawaii is considering the legality of restrictions on access to abortion medication. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration continues to overly restrict access to mifepristone, a medication for abortions and miscarriage management, a lawyer for the American Civil Liberties Union argued Friday in a lawsuit by a Hawaiian doctor and healthcare associations challenging the legality of the restrictions. They are asking a judge to find the FDA violated the law by restricting a safe medication without scientific justification, but stopped short of flat-out seeking an immediate elimination of the restrictions, which currently include special certification for prescribers and pharmacies and requiring patients to review a counseling form. Plaintiffs are taking the more modest approach to give the agency an opportunity to correct its errors. Julia Kay, senior staff attorney with the ACLU Reproductive Freedom Project, said in court. U.S. District Judge Jill Otake in Honolulu did not say when she would be issuing a ruling. That's the news at this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Coming September 1st, PEP Radio will be changing its programming schedule. Details will be posted on our social media pages. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.